What up? What up? What up? What's going on, y'all? Yeah, we are live, baby. Shoot, it's 5:51. So I am. This is what happens, man. Like I tried my best to get up early last night, and didn't really work out the way I'd hoped. But yeah, we still here, man. I'm here a few minutes late, but still, I said I wanted to do this, so we doing it. We making it happen, baby. We here. It's bright and early, with everybody out here. I'm excited to be out here doing this, man. So, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Ace Boogie, the Modern Renaissance Man, and we here live at 5:55. That's actually not a bad time, so it might be a happy little accident. But yeah, the point of doing this is to encourage everybody to, um, it's to encourage everybody to be on their best, man. To be blessed on their best. So we're out here. I'm super excited to just be making moves, man. It's been a good year so far, and I'm really excited about what we have going on, and we're doing a lot of really good things. So this year, is all about building atomic habits, and those atomic habits lead us to being a millionaire, billionaire, and all of the above. So you know, um, I'm really hype about what's going on this year, man. I'm really excited about what we got going on this year. So you know, what's up with y'all, man? What's up with y'all? How y'all doing? How's everybody feeling today? Um, how's your life? How's your choices? Um, what is the word? The word to Big Bird. Um, Here, I'm about to go check this out real quick. Oh snap! Um, yeah, man. So look, check this out, man. So I realized that I have this really profound understanding of the Almighty. A lot of people, I'm not sure what your belief in God is, what your level of belief in God is, but I think I'm of the belief that we all believe in God. We all know what God is, and I know that it's not. I know people will argue with that, but I really feel like the argument that I have, the understanding that I have about the Almighty, is very very unique, and it's so unique that it is innately it is your innate understanding of life already at the top, at the core. Now, a lot of people will argue that, you know, oh, there's no proof that God exists, and if God existed, why would he let all this stuff happen? And, you know, let's see, what are the other common arguments? What are some common arguments that you hear against the or you have common arguments that you hear or have about the Almighty, right? What are some common arguments, please? Because I'd love to debunk them. I feel like I can I can truly I have that skill. I don't know. God has given me this ability to be able to debunk any non-believers uh, ideas of God, and so I'm here to help you all out with that. So like yeah, so talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. Tell me what y'all thoughts are on the the theory, your theory that God does not exist. Um, because I my theory is that he does exist, and I think you serve him every single day, and especially if your life is anywhere beyond beyond like drug addicted, uh, but then you can kind of say, what is your drug of choice? You know what I'm saying? So um, I'm about to go live on TikTok. So let's see, check that out. Check this out. So what's going on, Shy? All right, we're back, baby. We're back. It's a little late. It's a little late, but I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong, when I when I messed up a little bit. So woke up a little behind. Well, I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, and then I did a couple of things, and then I went back to bed at like what I went back to bed at like no, I went back to bed pretty quickly. But like, here's the thing about alarms, man. Like all my alarms went off, and apparently I didn't hear them. That's I just like slept straight through them. And normally, Gabriella hear them and wake me up, but yeah, we must have both been knocked out. So we are doing live at 5, baby. We are doing live at 5, but it's 5:55 right now. So we a little behind, but it's all good. It's all good. Forgiveness. You got to learn how to forgive yourself and whatnot. So anyway, so we're talking about God today. And I know, it might not be your favorite topic or the thing that you think you really want to hear, but this is, I think it's important. I think it's important to really discuss, like, what is God? Who is God? How does God exist? And oh, you got an aggressive alarm. See, that's what I need. I really need something really aggressive but I have two alarms. I have the alarm on, the like the actual real like a real alarm clock. I bought a real alarm clock on Amazon and everything. And then I bought then I have my phone alarm, and both of them things went off, and they were supposed to go off, and it didn't really work out. But anyway, we talking about God today, man. We talking about, does God exist? Why does God exist? How does God exist? And I'm excited, man. I'm excited to debunk the myths. Is this right? No. Yeah, this is right. So so I want to hear y'all's thoughts, honestly. I'm really, people think I'm a heavy sleeper, but I'm not. I'm actually, I don't know. I guess, I don't know. I'm kind of a mid sleeper. I'm a medium sleeper, average weight sleeper. Part of our atomic habits is making sure we always have water with us. But anyway, what's up, TikTok? So listen, man, a lot of people think that God does not exist, and I think he does. And so here's why I believe that God exists, and you serve him every single day, without even realizing it. Right? Actually, you do realize it. You understand it innately, in a very, very innate way. So check this out. So God is your conscience, right? And I know, like, don't just stop there. We're not gonna just stop there. I'm gonna explain why. And please, if you have any arguments to this, please leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to debunk every single comment. So check this out. You have a conscience, right? And your conscience is your guide to do everything, right? It is your ability to navigate your reality, right? And and so you actually you have your own compass, right, for navigating the day. Every time you wake up, every time you wake up, you say you're going to posit a reality that you want to exist in. And in that reality that you decide that you want to exist in, it is a projection, right, of your future self. So this is it, your consciousness can be defined as your future self trying to manifest itself in the present moment, right? So your future self is always in the forefront of your mind trying to manifest itself, right? So everything that you do, you got up today, you decided to get on this live stream, you decided that you were going to want to, drink water, you have to use the bathroom. You project a version of your reality onto onto tomorrow, right? And so basically, God is your future. And every single thing that you do is in service of the future, right? Your future self. And every single good thing that you do is in service of your future. It's in service of you. So essentially, God is you tomorrow, and the Most High God is the furthest version of you in the future. So let's say you wanted to do something that was like, for instance, the difference between Xanax and meditation, right? So Xanax is really good. That serves you in the very near future, but it's so near in the future that it's almost like the present. So you're basically serving yourself in the present if you take Xanax, right? So, and it'll get you where you need to be right away. But taking a bunch of Xanax is actually not in service of your most future self, right? So you want to make sure that everything that you're doing is in service of your most future self. So meditation, which would give you the same effects, relaxation, peaceful, relieves anxiety. It's a little bit more challenging to meditate, but it is much longer lasting. So it is in service of your future self, your most future self. And that is what you think about most when you make the best choices, right? You don't think about just yourself. You think about yourself tomorrow. And so it's really important that, you recognize that that's actually who you're serving. Regardless of what you say your stated belief is, you actually believe in this future that does not exist. Right? You get up every single day and serve this thing that you have faith that exists tomorrow, right? You have faith that this person will manifest itself, and you are hoping to manifest the best version of yourself. You're hoping to be you want to be a millionaire, right? You imagine yourself as a millionaire. You imagine what you're going to be, and you posit a vision of that future, right? You have this God-given, unique vision of who you're going to be tomorrow, and then you make that happen. You basically bring that reality to fruition. You are given certain ideas of what you can do to bring that reality to fruition, and then you're serving that, right? Everything that you do is in service of that. And then everything that you do that is not in service of that is typically in service of the present moment. So that's why taking Xanax would be more akin to a sin, right? And to sin means to miss the mark, right? So when you are when you commit a lot of sins, that's why we all sin, because we all miss the mark. Sin actually is the I think the Latin term is hamartia, or Hebrew term. I can't remember which one, but hamartia it's actually a an archery term, right? So when you shoot an arrow, you imagine you're going to hit a target, and when you sin, when you have hamartia, you are missing the mark of the target. So that's what makes us all sinners, because we all miss the mark. We don't always hit the bullseye right where we want, right? And so we're always on the path of we're always on where we're beings living in point A, and we are aiming towards point B. And anytime we veer off of that path, we are missing the mark. So that is essentially what it means to sin. So if you have a vision of your future and you keep doing things in disservice of that future, you're sinning. And that's essentially the idea. And I'd love to hear anybody's rebuttal to any of these claims, but because it goes deep, this is also the Christian God that we're talking about, right? We can talk about what it means to be Christ-like too, because the reason why Christ, the story of Christ exists, whether or not you believe he exists or not, the story of Christ exists because we are supposed to emulate the person that has no sin, right? You're supposed to emulate and to have no sin in a human form, right? To be able to like get it all right. You see your future, you're going to do everything line up with everything you want to do in your future. That's what it means to not sin, right? Like this, everything I'm doing is in complete service of my destiny, right? And of my desired destiny, not just any destiny, but my desired destiny. And so to be like Christ is to do everything in your power to be in service of your future self. And so when we like, so Christ is akin to a real life superhero, right? Like if you think about like Superman, right? Superman is perfect essentially, right? He is super strong. He can't be killed. He can't be harmed, right? He has these amazing abilities, these superpowers. So Christ is akin to a Superman, right? A real life Superman who's never sinned, who has these powers, these abilities, who's able to transcend. And the reason why you're supposed to be Christ-like and why they call themselves Christians is to be like that, right? Your goal in life is to be as in service of your future self as Christ was in service of his future self. And if Christ is God, right, then your goal is to emulate God, is to be like that, right? So when you look at your own life, you look at your own choices, you look at everything that you do every single day, it is to be in service of your most future self, right? And to never sin. If you could avoid sinning at all costs, that would be your future self. That would be your ability. That would be your emulation of Christ, of being like Jesus. And so, Jesus basically comes to earth. God comes to earth to tell people to be like him, right? To show people to be like him. And it's not just like, let's show people how to, like, I'm just going to show people. I'm going to like really do it. And the way Jesus does it is very cool, because it's not like, oh, I'm going to come here and clean everything up. No, what he does is he comes to earth and then exists in such a way that everyone is, that he takes on the responsibility of everything, right? He shows you exactly how to be a God and how to transcend to the level of God. And the way you do that is by taking responsibility of everything onto yourself. So, for all the people who are talking about like, oh, God doesn't exist, because if God existed, then why are there, why is there suffering in the world? Why is there killings? Why is there murder, right? You have to ask yourself why you're allowing those things, right? Because you have to recognize that you are God. You actually are the Almighty. And you're not God right now. You're God tomorrow. You're God the next day, right? Because you're in service of the God within you, and that God is you tomorrow. So, Jesus comes and he says, like, this is how to be God. I'm going to take responsibility for everything onto myself. If somebody spits on me, if somebody doesn't like me, if people think that I'm weak, if people think that I'm stupid, if people try to kill me, it's my fault. It's my fault. It's not anybody else's fault except for me, because I am God. And you're supposed to be like that, right? You are supposed to be like that. That's what it means to really follow Christ. It's to take responsibility for everything onto yourself, no matter what, right? Whether people whip you, like, people have this idea that Jesus was like super popular, right? And like the whole world was just like, yeah, Jesus. Like, nah, man, Jesus had haters. Jesus had haters, right? And non-appreciators. And so, it is our responsibility exactly to carry the burden of the horrors of life and be the light in the world, right? So truly, when you look at characters, like Jesus, you have to recognize what it means to actually be like that, right? And Jesus went, like, if you really read the Bible and you really check it out, Jesus wasn't going around telling people that he needs to, you got to get your life right. You got to get your life right, right? He wasn't. He was looking at sinners. He was looking at like all of these terrible, people that were doing messed up things, all of these sinners, and he was healing them, and he was giving them inspirational ideas and telling them that they have the power to make their life better, and that he was motivating them and encouraging them, not berating them, not telling them that they're terrible and that they're going to burn in hell. And unfortunately, that's what a lot of us do today. In a lot of people who say that they believe, they do stuff like that, which is really horrible. And a lot of people think that, a lot of people act as though Christians and Christ are the same thing. A lot of people would just write off Christianity and write off religion in general, because of the church. And they have not really separated the idea of church and of and of God. And so it's unfortunate in a lot of ways, but I think that we're all here to correct that, to help that, and that's my goal, honestly, is to be in service of my higher self. I was in a kava bar the other day, and this guy was talking to me about all of these horrible, like, he was like, how does God exist? And whatever. Like, it started from this joke because we read this quote that said that God had to be white, and I thought that shit was hilarious. That was just that was super funny to me because they were like Jesus has to be white. Like they had it was on Reddit. I'm gonna pull it up for y'all this next week, but yeah, we had this really powerful conversation in the kava bar, and it was really cool, man. I was very like, at first I let the dude speak, about like all his ideas about how God doesn't exist and like he doesn't believe in religion and all of these things. And I just came in with the swift understanding, and I was like, this really, I really should talk about this, because I've found that I've been given a profound understanding of everything, and I believe that might be my purpose, is to share that with the world. So here's a little poem for y'all that's a little bit akin to what we're talking about. So I'm going to tell you a little story about your major self. We'll also find heaven in the gates of hell. We'll find heaven in 7 minutes, so please stay compelled, because I think this is the story I was made to tell. Boom. I just saw it. Everything I am. From exactly where you're sitting, I saw the master plan. Though I was only 10 years old, I knew soon I'd be the man who could articulate life's purpose in a way you'll understand. Now, if a 10-year-old tried to come and tell me how to be a man, I'd just laugh and roll my eyes and probably tell the kid to scram. So I kept the secret canned, because I knew that I'd be damned if I tried to hatch a plan I was too young to command. Man. So I'm sort of in a jam. I'm supposed to change the world, but I don't have a single fan. They tried to reprimand my prophecy firsthand like a 10-year-old prophet. Yo, that's gotta be a scam. Nah, man, your mind has to expand. Past, present, future, see the whole time span. See, life is just a cycle of stories retold again, so the way it's gonna finish is the way that it began. For instance, let's take the genesis of man. In Eve and Adam's paradise, God only gives them plants. But the modern man eats meat because he's so advanced, but when his slaughterhouses spread disease, you think that's happenstance? Listen, little man, you're smarter than Uncle Sam, but he will ruin every chance for your premature demands. But if you play the long game, you only have to withstand the test of time, so survive and you will inherit the land. So I've spent my adolescence learning everything I can. Vin gave me art lessons, Deontay knew how to dance. Blam, they became my best friends. Made the Sick Brothers and formed a little clan. Prototype for the striped heart, made us all a fam. Everything I wanted made me everything I am. And now you see the plan that I saw back then, that I be Ace Anderson, the modern Renaissance man. That's impossible. Ace is illogical. How does one man change the world with so many obstacles? Well, if you have a vision, the only way to make it possible is if you stay committed. God makes you unstoppable. So I can't stop, won't stop. Doctor of hip hop, qualified practitioner of rap, spitting nonstop. Words hit a soft spot. I'm serving verbal cough drops. If my words deplete, could cause hypoxic shock. the protector of philosophy, nothing short of honesty. Honestly, it's probably just part of my biology, cause I'm God's prodigy, just trying to make him proud of me, protecting the philosophies that govern our democracy. Supposed to reach my destiny, and I'm taking no apology. So sick that I'm the cure, it's in me metabolically. I spit radiology, my words are like gamma rays, they tear straight through you. Don't believe me? Check my resume. In elementary, I was what you call a protege. My teacher saw prominence embedded in my DNA. Gave me a notebook, said, this'll be your getaway, celestial escape. I took a bite out of the Milky Way. Eulogized the sky, was ascribed to mankind, or well in his prime. My life redefined. Why? I needed vocab like proteins and enzymes, punchlines and similes. Allow me tranquility. Junior academy, I graduate with modesty, was one with reality and my own personality. Slowly on the rise, my life changes dramatically. No truth neglected, no time for technicalities. Cleared the cranium, my dreams pursued. I felt uplifted every time I made a move. I'm never powerless, I'm clearly immune with love and truth. Amazing what the symptoms include. 1, sophistication. 2, individuality. 3, arousal pressure. 4, knocks out the adversity. Treated verbally but never cured entirely. So speaking such a quality that elevates society. Sophisticated and individual, be original, then reign the world's greatest, and they'll find you at the pinnacle. It's pitiful, it's typical, prejudice should be written, but to see the fam winning is nothing short of a miracle. What goes around comes around, life is cyclical. It'll bite you in the back if you act hypocritical. Word is bond, buddy, and you better treat it literal and try to never sin in the crown you king of the citadel. I wish you well, lil' man, I wish you well. Pick up the pen and write the story you here to tell. And the onus is on you, so write it well. And if you could make it a good one, you might as well. But I can't tell you much better than I could show you. But I'm hopeful that part of my message might have just broke through. So you know that you're destined for what you go through. We gotta keep this all on the record. I'm giving Pro Tools. You might think life has no purpose. Oh, that's so cute, no meaning, so just make your life worthless. Ain't got no juice or spark, so just stay in the dark when no one knows you. Though you notice the flip of what I just told you. A different life can be purchased. Now God chose you, although you know you'll never be perfect, and life is so cruel and noble goes and makes your life worthless. Don't be no fool, be righteous, taking light by the horns. I'm talking noble. I'm motivating myself, but I hope I spoke to anyone in need of some help. Let me coach you. Your purpose is, from what I could tell, just to know who you are is your most future self. The fate will mold you, reveal what's hidden under your shell, or will expose you. Compare yourself to nobody else. You just control you. You're flawed just like everyone else, so there's no use. You're better off just being yourself, cause that's so you. So go you, do whatever you gon' do. Don't mind me, see, I'm just trying to provoke you to go ahead and do whatever you supposed to, cause in the end you'll regret whatever you don't do. Ooh, man, I'm serving those verses. If you think you cleaned it, call me detergent. Nowhere near perfect, though it's been determined I can never fail, may as well be allergic. Draw back the curtain, you'll see my fate is certain. Pursue a life of meaning, you'll discover that it's worth it. I've always known my purpose. I'm a man on a mission to serve truth cold turkey like volunteers in soup kitchens. I'm Ace MD, here to claim a diagnosis. The rupture in your brain, I'm lyrical thrombosis. You consuming lies, that's why you can't focus. You on the wrong meds, this drug-induced psychosis. Hallucinating who the greatest, to all the haters debating. Y'all got more issues than newspapers, and we the true flavors, and it's medicinal. The salt to the earth like vitamins and minerals. Sick individuals, we up there like satellites. Hip-hop is dying, and I'm here to bring it back to life. And if it's in the afterlife, then I'm a necromancer, the enchanter with the answer to rhapsodic cancer. To get the remedy, I write like I'm my enemy. A soliloquy that reveals to me he sees in me an entity, a deity inside of me. He's crushed by my identity. Compared to me, he's nothing, so he tries to get the best of me, testing me, but not stressing me. He feels he has to question me. My kitchen's too hot, but he's trying to learn my recipe. But he can't get to me because he don't understand that I'm the ace of all trades, the modern Renaissance man. So as you write your story, don't play yourself. A man trapped in the ditch has to save himself, but which path to resist? Here's one way to tell. Lucifer became Satan when an angel fell. So in the image of God, a God makes himself. And the heaven and hell you live in is what you make yourself. And when I told you about the story I was made to tell, I said you made yourself, but I mean you made yourself. Boom. Now you see it. You're the spitting image of I am. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Everything I Am. Ace Anderson, written by Ace Anderson, performed by Ace Anderson. I think it's one of my greatest poems that I've read. And I think that poem, You know, not to be facetious, I think that poem is going to change the world. And it hit me like, you know, I wrote it in like 2 weeks. It hit me like crazy. I think it was at the end of 2020, beginning of 2021, I think I put it out. But yeah, man, it really God allowed me to be up to see this. Yeah, yo. I appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for being here, man. I'm really excited about what we're doing this year, man. We are really making it happen every single year, every single day, right? We making stuff happen. So can I tag it? How would I tag it? Can I tag you? Oh, can I tag you in it? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so appreciate y'all for being here. We're gonna be doing a lot of good stuff this year, man, and I want y'all to be doing it with me. I'm challenging everybody, man. I'm not just making a millionaire out of myself. I'm hoping that if you follow what I do, you'll be a millionaire too. So with that, I think it's time to sign off, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Really, really do. Appreciate the love, the support, y'all waking up, man. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all for establishing these habits. Getting up early, man, is so important. Millionaires wake up early, and part of waking up early is going to bed early. So make sure you get to bed. We're going to bed at 9 o'clock. We're getting ready for bed, turning off social media and all of that stuff. That's the goal, 9 o'clock, all right? And you give yourself a little window, you know, between 9 and like 11. But the goal is to get to bed as early as possible so that you can wake up as early as possible. And then the next day, you could take a nap, you know. Thank you, appreciate you. Yeah, you know, it's very important. So you can always take a nap, and at some point in the day, if you're really, really tired, you know, give yourself some time to close your eyes a little bit, just 20 minutes, and then you can start the whole day. Just Monday through Friday, we get into bed at 9, and then Friday night you can stay up as late as you want, and then, you know, Friday and Saturday stay up as late as you want, whatever. But you start it back on Sunday, getting to bed early, so you can wake up at early in the morning. Because millionaires wake up early, baby. And remember, y'all, to align yourself with truth, trust, patience, and you will ace your life. Take it easy, y'all. Love y'all. Peace.